Hi, I'm Debbie Hartner. I'm Elsie Johnson, and we are two sisters, Southern Cooking.
Debbie. I'm in Warner Robins tonight. I just finished my shift in the ER, and I'm going to show you how to make Divinity Candy. Morris, our stepfather, has been after Sis and I for weeks now about making Divinity Candy, and he's been after us wanting the recipe, wanting us to make it, so we're going to do that for him tomorrow. So I'm going to make it tonight so we can give it to him tomorrow, so it'll quench your sweet tooth for a little bit. So stay tuned, and we'll show you these quick and easy steps. Hey y'all, so the first thing that I'm going to do to get this out of the way so I don't have to deal with it anymore is I'm going to go ahead and put my 1 cup of pecans in here. These are halved pecans, and they're cheaper if you buy them halved rather than chopped. So you just go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and just chop them up here real quick. Okay, so now I have a cup of chopped pecans that will go inside of the Divinity, and it's already done, so I just set it aside and I don't have to do anything to it until we're ready to pour it in. We'll be right back. The next thing that I'm going to do in this process is go ahead and take the largest cookie tin that I have and get it ready to put my wax paper down. Now, you can do parchment paper. Use wax paper because you're not baking with this, you're just putting candy on it. And you don't want to waste the good parchment paper. So just use the cheap wax paper. It does its due diligence as well. So I'm going to put down a couple sheets here. And I'm going to set this aside as well, because we're going to be putting some delicious candy on this in a little bit. Hey, so I'm going to go ahead and get everything in the pan here on medium heat. I'm going to put my water in, my sugar, my light Cairo syrup, or whatever your favorite light syrup is. I happen to use the light corn syrup from Dollar General. And I'm going to put in a pinch of salt. So that's in. I'm just going to take a little pinch of salt, put that in there. It's about 1/8 of a teaspoon. I'm going to go ahead and just start stirring this here and mix it until it's combined. You have to multitask at this stage because I am actually whipping up my egg whites at the same time as I was occasionally stirring my sugar combination on the stove on medium heat. This took about 8 to 10 minutes for me to actually whip up my egg whites to stiff peaks. And at the same time, it took probably about maybe close to 15 minutes for me to reach the hard ball temperature of 260 degrees. After it started boiling on the stove, I stopped stirring, and you allow it to build the heat, and it gets thicker and thicker as it breaks the sugars down. At this time, I removed it from the heat and I poured it slowly into my egg whites that are at stiff peaks. I slowed it down just barely when I started to get it where it was a thicker consistency, and it seemed to almost like struggle a little bit in my mixer. And then I poured in my vanilla and my crushed pecans, and then I was able to scoop them up immediately because you want to work really quick with this. Greased up 2 spoons, and I'm going to go ahead and put those You gotta let these sit up. You have to do this kind of quick because otherwise you'll have a bowl full of Divinity Candy that's going to harden. You won't be able to do anything with it. So you want to kind of get them ready to rock and roll.
And I'm Debbie. We're two sisters Southern cooking. And we thank you for visiting our page. Please like, share, and subscribe.